a presentation of BFA Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Williamstown High School. I'm Steve Westcott with BFA Sports, the voice of the Williamstown Braves. Tonight, the Williamstown Braves host arch rival from right down the street, the Minutemen of Washington Township. Washington Township comes in with a record of 4-7. Williamstown High School with a record of 3-8. We're able to get a few minutes with head coach of Williamstown High School, Adam D'Andrea. So let's go to our coach's conversation at this time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our coach's conversation here at Williamstown High School with Williamstown's head coach, Adam D'Andrea. As always, Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes with us.
Of course. Thank you.
Listen, split the last two, right? Unfortunate loss the other night to Kingsway. However, you won on Saturday against Wildwood in a nice game where you thought your kids and team had come together. Hard-fought game the other night, made several runs at them. What's been your message to the kids to try to keep their positivity in what's been a slow start here and keep them confident?
Yeah, wish it wasn't as slow as it is, but, again, it's about who's, like we said the other day, who's going to get better as the season goes. I mean, it's in our hands on what you want to do. In order to get to that point, I think you got to focus on all the little things before you even look at the big picture. If you look at the big picture on all this stuff, I think you can get lost in the process. So it's just about doing all the little things right on a consistent basis, getting these guys no matter what to continue to bring the energy, positivity. Negativity, that stuff will splinter if it gets out of hand. And that's why it really tests you at this point. Who's going to be negative, who's going to be positive? We got to keep this thing together, and that's what I think we're doing a pretty good job of. Because then, again, there's a lot of season left, so we're not sweating it too much, but you got to get in gear at some point. So,
yeah, and again, you are doing a pretty good job of it because you find yourself in every game. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're 3 minutes after the game the other night, you're only down 6, after making a couple runs at them. I know throughout the year you've tried, a couple different lineups, some tinkering with the lineup here and there. Are we to keep expecting that, and you're trying to find that set lineup?
Just we're keeping searching to see if we can get a spark here and there from different kids. You probably will see a little bit of tinkering as we keep going here to find something, because when you're losing games, anything's on the table. So that's what we're in that mindset of doing. We got to figure something out, whether it's this group that clicks or that one, and everybody got to be hands on deck. That's right.
And to your point, negativity splinters, but so does positivity.
For sure.
That becomes contagious.
You just want to be around guys who are positive. Like, who wants to be around guys who are just negative all the time? So again, that's what you got to preach. Like, if you just stay as a group through the tough times, it makes those wins even better.
Okay, a couple comments on your game the other night against Kingsway.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. We're in it. I think the pace wasn't what we wanted. It was like 20-19 at half, and they went on a 10-0 run to start the third, and that was pretty much the game. Like you said, we got it back, but we like to get out more and go, and they did a good job of slowing us down and kind of keeping us in that kind of slug of a game where we need to get it out and go and be able to finish in transition. I think some of our shots weren't great. So, it's a lot of correctable things that we're just continuing to hammer on, and the ball's got to move too. It can't be majority of guys taking 50 shots. The ball's got to move, and everybody's got to get their hands on it at some point.
And again, to your credit, they did make 3 runs at him. You cut it to 6 once, I think, if I recall. You cut it to 5 another time, and then got the ball and cut it to 6 a third time before just finally giving way. Washington Township comes in tonight. Team you know very well. Just right around the block.
Sure.
And this place will be jumping. This place will be happening. What do you expect from Washington Township? What do you need your kids to do to win?
They're tough kids. They're well coached. Coach Powers does a great job. He's been doing a good job. And, again, we just have to worry about – the message has been worry about ourselves more opposed to whoever we're playing. We have to be focused on us, on how we handle ourselves, how we conduct ourselves, how we execute. It doesn't really matter. I don't care if we're playing the Knicks. Has been the message. We have to play how we got to hold ourselves to that standard and honestly just be as a group. If we can be as a group, I don't care who we're going against. I think by the end of the game, you can see maybe those losses will start to turn. But it's just about us more than whoever we're playing.
Coach, we appreciate the time you spend with us, and we'll see you at tip-off here at Williamstown, hosting Washington Township. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with head coach Adam D'Andrea. At this time, let's go to public address announcer Dave Geyer for tonight's starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williamstown High School, home of the Braves. Tonight's Tri-County Royal Division matchup features the Minutemen of Washington Township High School against your Williamstown Braves. Before we now start lineups, we have a few reminders. There's no smoking or tobacco products allowed anywhere on school grounds. There's no food and drink allowed inside the gym. The refreshment stand and restrooms are located in the lobby, and students are not permitted to leave and reenter the building. Item the following public service announcements required to be read at all NJSIAA sanctioned events. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to ejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. And now it's time for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Minutemen of Washington Township High School. At guard, number 4, senior Jasir Sansbury. At forward, number 3, a senior Dominic DeNoble. At guard, number 1, a senior Dominic Aquilino. At guard, number 5, a senior Anthony Arias. And forward, number 21, a sophomore Jackson Chud Zinski. Washington Township's coach for his top powers. Assistants are Andy Tish, Tony Powers, and Tony Leone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup for your Williamstown Braves. At forward, number 15, a senior Dimitri Walker. At forward, number 3, a senior Kason Matthews. At guard, number 4, a sophomore Tyson Foreman. At guard, number 0, a senior Jamie Gordon. And at guard, number 2, a senior Quentin Suggs. Your Braves are coach, Mr. Adams, Andrea. His assistants are Joseph Martino, and Scott, Jeremiah Johnson, and Nate Jake Cisco. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask you all please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country by playing the national anthem.
Steve Westcott here with BFA Sports. It's worthy mentioning because we say it every time we're here, because it's true. Dave Geyer gave us tonight's starting lineups, and he is absolutely the best in the business. Let's go over the starting lineups with you at this time. Starting for the Minutemen of Washington Township, number 1, Dominic Aquilino. Number 3, Dom DeNobly. Number 4, Jasir Sansbury. Number 5, Anthony Arias. And number 21, Jackson Chudzinski. Little tinkering to the lineup, as you heard in our coaches' conversation tonight. Jameer Gordon, number 0, will start, along with number 2, Clinton Suggs. Kason Matthews gets put back into the starting lineup. He wears number 3, number 4, Tyson Foreman, and number 15. Man in the post for the Braves, Dimitri Walker. This should prove to be a good one. A jam-packed house here tonight. Williamstown wins the tap. Arch rivals. Schools very close in proximity. Washington Township opens up man-to-man. Walker with the basketball goes inside to Suggs. Suggs looked to operate, couldn't do so, but finds Walker cutting to the basket and scores. Good give and go. Walker to Suggs, back to Walker. Layup for 2. 2-0 Braves. Williamstown in a 1-2-2 half-court defense. Arias turns it over. Kason Matthews is in transition, and he lays it in for 2. Arias with the basketball to the corner to DeNobly. Up top to Jasir Sansbury. Guard-to-guard pass to Anthony Arias. Back to Sansbury. They play catch up top while they try to figure out what's going on with the zone. Good skip pass, then a pass into a cutter in the paint. There's a foul on the play. Jackson Chudzinski will go to the foul line. The foul was on Williamstown's number 2, Clinton Suggs, his first, team first. First free throw is up and no good. Chudzinski will get another. Second one goes, 1 of 2 for Chudzinski, 4-1 Williamstown. Suggs with the basketball. To Jameer Gordon. Looks to drive into the paint, has to kick it back out to Matthews, over to Foreman. Matthews sets the screen, Foreman spins around pressure, hands it off to Jameer Gordon. 3 from the top of the key is no good. There's a foul on the play, I believe it's on Dimitri Walker, and it is. His first, team second. Minutemen with the basketball. Arias has it. Skip past the number 1, Aquilino. Up top to Sansbury, back to Arias. Washington Township moving the ball around the perimeter against this Williamstown zone. Into the corner to DeNobly. He drives baseline and lays it in. DeNobly drives baseline, was able to get past the defender. No help on the defensive side for Williamstown, and he laid in his 4-3. Williamstown, who has the basketball. Ball in the hands of Matthews to Walker. Over to Clinton Suggs. Dribble drive down the paint. It's stripped away from him. Oh, he gets it back and lays it in. DeNobly stripped it away from him, and it looks like he may have come up injured on the play because Suggs was able to get the basketball back and lay it in. See if DeNobly can stay in, and he will, it looks like. Williamstown, again, figuring out this 1-2-2 half-court defense being played by Williamstown. They get it across the timeline. Sansbury has it. Over to Arias. Back to Sansbury. Skip pass to the opposite block. DeNoble had it. However, he couldn't lay it in. There's a foul on the play, and the foul's going to be on number 21, Jackson Chudzinski.
Touchdown foul, Jackson Chudzinski. That's his
Good
first.
defense there by Williamstown. The battle for the rebound, they win, and they draw the foul. That was Chudzinski's first, and that's Washington Township's first. Washington Township head coach Todd Powers for the Minutemen does a great job year in and year out with this Washington Township team. And we have a travel violation on Clinton Suggs.
Basketball.
Williamstown up 3, 4:57 left here in the first. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to BFA Sports. We hope you're enjoying this contest as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. Sansbury with the basketball for Washington Township. Jump shot is up and no good by Aquilino. However, Chudzinski got the rebound. His putback is no good. Williamstown with the rebound and pass to Suggs. Suggs will regroup and reset the Braves. Back to Case and Matthews. Up top to Jameer Gordon. Looks to dribble, drive, kicks back out to Foreman. Foreman steps back behind the three-point line. Three-point field goal is up and no good. Battle for the rebound. And the ball belongs to the Minutemen of Washington Township. Sansbury has it. Gets it across the timeline to DeNoble. Back to Sansbury, pass to the foul line area. They get it to DeNoble coming out of the corner. Rebound by Williamstown. The ball comes out of bounds. However, it was tipped by Williamstown on the rebound. So the possession will belong to the Minutemen.
Also in the game, Braden Covington.
Number 11 for Williamstown, Elijah Batts comes back into the contest. Braden Covington also checks in. So Williamstown brings a couple of their big men in. Batts and Covington both stand 6'4" and 6'5" respectively. Ball goes to the corner to Aquilino. His three-point field goal is up and good. We're tied at sixes. 3:30 left here in the first. Jameer Gordon steps behind the three-point line. Three-point field goal is up and no good. Elijah Batts with the rebound, and that's why they put him in there. However, it's stripped away from him. Back come the Minutemen of Washington Township. Pass to the corner to DeNoble. Back up top to Sansbury. Cross to Arias. To the foul line area, to the opposite corner. Three-point field goal is up and good by Aquilino. Good ball movement by the Minutemen of Washington Township. It began on one side in front of Williamstown's bench. Top of the key, foul line opposite, knocked out three. Minutemen up three. Batts with the basketball. Jameer Gordon has it. He looks to get to the paint, does so, and he's fouled along the way. I believe it's going to be before the shot, so I don't think you're going to count the basket. The foul's on number 5, Anthony Arias. That's his first, team second. And as stated, it was before the shot. It'll be a Williamstown inbound. Covington comes around a couple screens. They try to find him cutting down the paint, and they do. And I believe they called a travel on the play. Pass was thrown a little bit behind Covington. He was able to gather it, however, not able to get it to the floor. Thus the travel. Minutemen with the basketball in the hands of Sansbury. To the corner to DeNoble. Back to Sansbury. Dribbles past Gordon, however, has to dribble back out and regroup due to good help defense by Williamstown. I believe there was a travel on the play. It's good at one end, it's good at the other. This time the travel violation is on the Minutemen of Washington Township. Suggs has the basketball as he crosses the timeline, passes to Foreman. Washington Township in their man-to-man defense. Gordon looks to go baseline, and there's a foul as he begins his drive. Fouls on Anthony Arias. That's his second, team third.
In the game, Township, Julian Robinson. In the game,
Washington Township substitution, Julian Robinson, number 13, checks in. Connor Turcasio comes in and gives Suggs a break. Jameer Gordon with the basketball. He loses control of it, ends up into the hands of Sansbury. He finds himself running. Elijah Batts with that missed layup. Foreman has it. Finds Batts at the block, kick out to Gordon for three, no good. Sansbury with the rebound. Pass into the corner to number 1, Aquilino. His three-point field goal is no good. However, he's fouled on the play. That's where that rule comes in, where you have to give the shooter room to land. Foreman did not do so. He commits the foul. Aquilino will get 3 free throws from the charity stripe. That was Foreman's first, team third for Williamstown. 1:46 left here in the first. Free throw is up and good. He'll get 2 more. Aquilino's second free throw is up and good as well. Again, he was shooting a 3, so he'll get 1 more. Chudzinski comes back into the game, and he comes back in for Julian Robinson. Jameer Gordon will catch a break. Ian Basilio checks in for him. 3 for 3 was Aquilino, 12-6. Washington Township. Basilio to Connor Turcasio, 3-point field goal is up and good. They doubled Ian Basilio in the dribble handoff. He gave it right back to Connor Turcasio. He knocks down a 3 from the corner. 12-9 now, Washington Township. Sansbury with the basketball, kicks up top to Aquilino. 3-point field goal is no good. Julian Robinson gets the rebound, kicks back out to Sansbury. That's no good. And Ian Basilio of Williamstown comes down with this rebound. Passes, goes through the hands of Elijah Batts off of a Minuteman of Washington Township. And it'll be Williamstown basketball. Basilio to inbound for the Braves. 1:08 left in the first. He gets it into Tyson Foreman, and there's an offensive foul called on Tyson Foreman. And that's going to be his second.
Tyson Foreman is second, team third.
That's Foreman's second, team fourth. Washington Township has the basketball. Sansbury will bring it up for the Minutemen. Over to Aquilino. Alino back to Sansbury. Looks for DeNoble in the corner, decides to bring it back out. Guard-to-guard pass to Aquilino. Looks for a rolling and a cutting. Chudzinski can't find him. However, they do find DeNoble on the opposite block. And we have a jump ball.
Jump ball, Township possession.
And it'll be Washington Township possession arrow. Inside a minute left here in the first. It's been a good quarter. 12-9 Minutemen right now. Sansbury to inbound on the baseline for the Minutemen. Inbounds to DeNoble. Up top to Julian Robinson. Back to Sansbury. He dribbles into 3 people, and there's a jump ball, and it'll go to Williamstown. Good defense by the Braves. Connor Turcasio has it, and will bring it up the floor for Williamstown. He's being covered by Sansbury. Gets it into the hands of number 5, who just checked in, Edwin Ferguson. Ferguson to Turcasio to Basilio. He drives into the paint, and we have a blocking foul on the Minutemen of Washington Township. Fouls on number 13, Julian Robinson, his first, team fourth. So Williamstown will inbound the basketball. Covington catches the inbound pass, raises for three. That's no good. Basilio tries to track it down. However, he saves it, but he saves it into the hands of Minutemen Julian Robinson. They get it to Sansbury. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Aquilino drives along the baseline. Opposite corner to DeNoble for three. That's no good. Covington with 3 seconds left. From half court, that's no good. Great action here in the first quarter. We're through one. Washington Township 12, Williamstown 9. Welcome back to Williamstown High School. We're about to begin the second quarter. Steve Westcott with BFA Sports coming to you live. 12-9 Washington Township after one. Washington Township has the basketball to start the second. Into the hands of Aquilino. Over to Sansbury. Sansbury has the ball stolen from him by Kason Matthews. He kicks it to the corner to Clinton Suggs, who loses it to DeNoble. Good steal by Dominic DeNoble. Washington Township again looking at this 1-2-2 zone, which Williamstown played really well and had some success in it in the first half. They got off to a great start. They won the first 4 minutes here. However, Washington Township won the last 4 of that first quarter and were able to take a 3-point lead coming into this, the second quarter of play. Foul is on number 0, Jameer Gordon, his first, team first here in the second quarter. Sansbury to inbound for the Minutemen. To Julian Robinson, back to Sansbury, little 6-foot floater's no good. DeNoble hustles down and tries to get the offensive rebound. He does, his putback is no good, and Dimitri Walker comes down with it for Williamstown. Kick to Jameer Gordon, 3 is up and no good. Chudzinski gets the rebound, however it's tipped away from him by Clayton Suggs. The ball's off Suggs, out of bounds, it'll be Minutemen possession. Chudzinski with an elbow jump shot. That's no good. Dimitri Walker comes down with the rebound, gets it into the hands of Jameer Gordon. Gordon drives to the basket, 6-foot floater along the baseline, no good. He gets his own rebound and putback is good. Dimitri Walker kept the rebound alive with a tip. It came to the floor. Jameer Gordon hustled after missing his first attempt and lays it in for 2. 12-11 Washington Township, 6:28 left in the half. Aquilino with the basketball. Looks to Sansbury. Sansbury back to Aquilino. 3-point field goal is off. Jameer Gordon gets the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Basilio. Williamstown in transition. Kick to the corner. Back out top to Gordon. Gordon wants to get down the paint. He does. However, he loses control of it. There's a battle for the ball on the floor. There's a jump ball called, and Williamstown will have possession due to the possession arrow.
Jump ball. First possession.
Minutemen got it to start the second. Possession arrow belongs to Williamstown. They get a baseline inbound. Gordon trying to come off 2 screens. He's held on the play. Official was able to pick it up.
Township foul.
Fouls on number 1, Dominic Aquilino, his first, team first. Williamstown to inbound. They get into the hands of Gordon. Gives a good head and ball fake. Gets to the paint. It's tipped away from him. Aquilino is in transition. Good job by Suggs, who hustles back and steals the ball. However, when he does, he's on the baseline. But that was good hustle by Clinton Suggs, because Aquilino was going to have a little baseline floater or a layup taken away by the hustle and the defense of Suggs. Sansbury to inbound for Washington Township. To the opposite corner to Chudzinski. Up top to number 2, Andrew Veccarelli. Back to Veccarelli. Gives a head and ball fake. Nobody bites on it. Into DeNoble at the elbow. Layup is up and good with the left hand. DeNoble was able to achieve a pass from Veccarelli. Able to get to the rim with the left hand and score. Jameer Gordon turns it over on his way to the basket once again. Sansbury's layup is no good. DeNoble's layup is off the top of the backboard and falls in. I believe the officials are going to talk about, they're going to count the goal, and let's see what they have.
Team warning.
Okay, sir.
Basket is good.
The basket is good. There was a team warning issued by the official for flopping. Game changer replay. There's the missed layup, the rebound by DeNoble. He goes and it gets hit. You can see it hit the top of the rim backboard, and it rolls and falls in. We have an offensive foul on Williamstown as we were watching that game changer replay. Foul was on Ian Basilio, his first, team second. There's a timeout on the play. Williamstown calls it. It's a full one, so let's take it with them. 16-11 Minutemen. We're back at Williamstown High School. We have a good one here. There's 5:11 left in the first half. It'll be Minutemen basketball. Washington Township up 16-11 on the Braves of Williamstown. Veccarelli had it. Passes to Sansbury. Back to Veccarelli. Veccarelli lobbed to the block. He was on a cutting. Chudzinski. Williamstown seems to be losing that weak side baseline player, and there's been several lobs made to that baseline weak side player who have either laid it in or drawn fouls. Williamstown layup, reverse layup by Kaysen Matthews was no good. Washington Township comes up with the basketball, up 7 with 4:30 left here in the half. Veccarelli has it over to Sansbury. They're looking for DeNoble in that high post. Can't find him yet. Back to Sansbury. Three-point field goal is up and good. And Washington Township's on a little bit of a run here. Williamstown has the basketball into the hands of Suggs. Suggs to a floating Walker. He can't catch it. It's over his head out of bounds. And it'll be Washington Township basketball. Sansbury has it. He'll cross the timeline, and now he's looking at a regular 2-3 zone by Williamstown. The 1-2-2 is now off defensively for Williamstown. They're going to go 2-3 and give him another look. Good call because they get a steal out of it. Basilio's in transition. Left-hand layup up and good. Dimitri Walker did a nice job anticipating the pass. Stole it. Got it in up front to Basilio, who laid it in with the left hand. Washington Township. Vicarelli has it. Back to Aquilino. Aquilino resets. Being snared down by Suggs. He gets it into the hands of Sansbury. Back over to Aquilino. Amir Washington goes out to cover him. Aquilino gets by him. He passes to Jasinski on the baseline. He loses it to DeNoble. He finds a wide open Vicarelli on the weak side block, which is what we just talked about. And laying it in on that weak side block is Andrew Vicarelli. Amir Washington has it for Williamstown. Washington Township up 10. Suggs has it. He gets all the way into the paint, kicks back out to Basilio. He goes along the baseline to 4 feet, gets a good headed ball fake, keeps his pivot and lays it in. Ian Basilio having a good couple minutes right here for Williamstown. 23-15. Washington Township to the corner. Jasinski's going to let a 3 go. That's short. Rebound is to Amir Washington. Washington he tries to throw it ahead and throws it out of bounds. The turnover will allow Minutemen to have possession of the basketball here with 2:28 left in the half, up 8. Sansbury has it to Aquilino. Back to Aquilino, back to Sansbury. He dribble drives to the foul line, kicks it back out to Vicarelli. He goes to the corner to DeNoble. He tries to find Chazinski on the block, and he does so, and he's fouled by Amir Washington.
First foul. Amir Washington is first.
Amir Washington's first, team third.
In the game for Range
Washington Township to inbound. DeNoble has it, gets it into the hands of Sansbury. He dribbles into the paint, loses possession, however, is able to regather. Dribbles back into the paint and kicks it to Aquilino. It's then stolen by Basilio, and Aquilino will foul him so that he can't go lay it in all alone. Good job by Ian Basilio right here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of this first half. Aquilino's second, team second.
In the game, Township, Julian Robinson.
Washington Township lead is 8.
Replaces Dominic Aquilino.
Aquilino will get a breather. Julian Robinson returns to the game for Washington Township. To Suggs. Suggs step back. He wanted to take a 3. Good head and ball fake by Basilio. Gets to the baseline. Can't score from there. May have been a foul on the play. No call. Basilio, though, look how what he does. You talk about hustling and scrapping. Ian Basilio does whatever he can do in order to help improve this Williamstown team. Amir Washington with the layup attempt. The little 6-foot floater's no good. There's a jump ball on the play. Washington Township has the arrow. We got 1:18 left with Washington Township up 8.
Also in the game, Goodall replaces Ian.
Kamar Goodall comes into the game. He replaces Ian Basilio. And you can't ask anything more of Ian Basilio from what he just gave this Williamstown team in the second quarter. Rewarded for hustle and being tough, and he was rewarded in a great way because he played a bunch of great minutes right there for Williamstown. Chazinski with the basketball. He's called along the baseline. They try to get it back to him. Kamir Goodall intercepts. He's in transition. Lob. No good. Out of bounds. It'll be Williamstown possession. Washington Township with the basketball. Sansbury dribble drive, 6-foot floater, no good. Connor Turcasio has it to Kamir Goodall. Williamstown down 8, looking to cut into it. Clinton Suggs with the basketball. He's being stared down by Chudzinski. Dribbles to the elbow and loses possession. Julian Robinson comes up with it. Lays it in on the other end. Julian Robinson did a nice job on the defensive end, able to get himself in transition and scores on the offensive end. Kick back out, Williamstown. Kamar Goodall for 3. That's no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and the possession will go to the Minutemen of Washington Township. "13 ticks left in the first half. 10 now. Sansbury has it to Chudzinski. He splits a double team, goes along the baseline. The shot is blocked. However, it hits Chudzinski while he's laying on the baseline. There's 3 seconds left. Good defensive play there by Williamstown on the block shot. Gordon has it. He's going to split a double team. Let it go from half court. It's up and no good. Action-packed first half here at Williamstown High School. Your halftime score: Washington Township 25, Williamstown 15.
make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Back at Williamstown High School, getting ready to start the second half. Let's go over some first half highlights here on our game changer replay. There's a block of the DeNoble shot. Goes along the baseline. It's blocked by Jameer Gordon. There's a three-point field goal from the corner by Aquilino. Three-point field goal by Torcasio. Dribble drive, and that's the rebound and put back by DeNoble. Basilio in transition. 25-18 is our score. Three-point field goal is no good. Chudzinski with the rebound. He's fouled on the rebound. Apologize for the delay here. Williamstown High School cut the halftime clock short. Instead of letting it run down to 0, they started it with a minute. That's why we were giving you replays of the first half while the second half action started. Chudzinski was fouled on the rebound and the putback, so they called it on the shot. Foul was on number 3, Kason Matthews. That's his first and Williamstown's first here in the third quarter. First one is up and good. Williamstown did start the quarter off with a 3-point field goal from right in front of their own bench. That made the score 25-18. The free throw by Chudzinski just makes it 26-18. The second one is good as well. 2 for 2 for Chudzinski. Washington Township back up 9. Suggs has the basketball. Had a really quiet first half. We're going to go over your first half scores, leading scorers here in a little bit. But Suggs was quiet. Foreman for 3. No good. Rebound to Sansbury of the Minutemen. Into the hands of Aquilino. He's being covered by Suggs. Now he's being doubled by Foreman. Foreman backs off. Sansbury has it. 3-point field goal from the wing. Up and no good. Dimitri Walker with the rebound. Tipped away from him into the hands of Chudzinski. And Chudzinski's going to get fouled on a putback. Dimitri Walker was able to gather the rebound. However, as he landed, it was tipped away from him. Ended up in the hands of Chudzinski, and he's fouled and going to shoot 2.
At Lime Township, Jackson Chudzinski shooting 2.
That's Dimitri Walker's second on the Braves here in the third quarter, which is just a minute and 7 seconds in. Two for 2 from the line. Make it 4 for 4 here in the last couple trips for Washington Township from the foul line for Chudzinski. Jameer Gordon has it. He's being covered by Arias. Passes out top to Matthews, to Suggs. He raises for a 3. That's no good. Collision at the top of the key. DeNoble comes up with the rebound, comes up with the floorboard, and he's able to lay it in at the other end. And Washington Township's lead is now 13. Thus the timeout by head coach Adam D'Andrea. 6:30 left in the third.
It's a 30-second timeout for the Braves.
Student section of the Williamstown Braves. This place is jumping and packed in here tonight because local rival the Washington Township Minutemen are in the house. Minutemen have a 13-point lead right now. Had a good first minute and a half here to start this third. Williamstown looking to answer. Suggs has it, gets all the way to the rim and lays it in for 2. Not to be denied, Clinton Suggs gets all the way to the rim. We said he had a quiet first half. He only had 2 in the first half. Maybe that right there will get him going here in the second. Aquilino has it. He passed it to Sansbury. Sansbury back to Aquilino, to the quarter to Chudzinski, and he kicks it back out. Aquilino's going to dribble to the foul line. He's presented by defense there. Good defense by Williamstown, and they come up with a defensive board, and Jameer Gordon has it into the front court. Dribbles into the paint, little floaters up and good. Jameer Gordon split 2 defenders at the foul line area. He's able to get to that 10-foot spot. Little floater up and good. Williamstown answering back. Lead for Washington Township is now 9. Aquilino has the basketball. Sansbury from the top of the key. 3 is up and good. Gordon kicks back out to Kason Matthews. He looks to get all the way to the rim, and he's fouled along the way.
Township fouls on Jasir Sansbury is first. Team first.
Fouls on
Braves, Casey Matthews.
Jasir Sansbury.
2.
That's his first, team first, here in the third quarter. Kason Matthews will get 2 from the charity stripe. First one's up and no good. Basilio will check back in for Tyson Foreman.
Placing Tyson Foreman.
Matthews gets another. Second one is up and good, 1 for 2 for Matthews, and there's another timeout by Williamstown.
That will be a 30-second timeout for Braves.
It's a 30-second timeout. (34-23) Washington Township. Like to go over a couple of our sponsors in BFA Sports that help bring these contests to you. Burlington Beat, ICS Consulting Services. If you need insurance, any insurance consulting, have any insurance consulting issues, see ICS. Scarpelli's Restaurant, JPC Construction, Bryson and Yates Engineering Consultants, Ronnie's Produce and McAdoo Fresh. We thank you all for helping us cover these Williamstown Braves. Washington Township Minutemen crossed the half-court line, lost control of the basketball. However, there's a foul called on the play.
Basilio, second, team third.
Foul was on Ian Basilio, his second. Williamstown's third here in the third quarter, which has 5:04 left. Williamstown to inbound. Sainsbury does so. He gets it out to DeNoble. He's confronted by a couple Williamstown defenders. He gets it into the quarter to Aquilino. Back out top to Arias. Arias being covered by Basilio. Tries to get all the way to the rim. Draws contact and scores.
For the basket, Anthony Arias. There's fouls on Kason Matthews.
Fouls on Kason Matthews, his second, team fourth.
Township, Anthony Arias.
Arias scores and will go to the charity stripe for another. Looking to get another point here for the Minutemen. 36-23, Washington Township. Free throw is up and no good. Rebound into the hands of Jameer Gordon. Into the front court, step back three, up, no good. Basilio has it on an offensive rebound. Just constantly producing is Ian Basilio. Clinton Suggs has the basketball. Comes off the screen, kicks it to Kason Matthews to the rim, lays it in and goes. Clinton Suggs drew the help. He found Kason Matthews, and because of the help, the player left Matthews and allowed him to get all the way to the rim and score for the Braves. 36-25 as we approach the halfway point here in the third. DeNoble tries to get all the way to the rim. He can't do so. There's this battle for the loose ball. There's going to be a jump ball called, and the possession arrow belongs to the Minutemen of Washington Township.
In the game, the Braves, Elijah Batts replaces Dimitri Walker.
Elijah Batts checks back into the game. He'll be giving Dimitri Walker a breather. Arias has it for the Minutemen, kicks to the corner to Aquilino. That three-point field goal is up and no good. Again, a battle for the rebound. Still a battle for the rebound. It ends up into the hands of guess who? Basilio gets it out in front to Kason Matthews and lays it in. Guess who came up with the loose ball, folks? He wears number 13. He's Ian Basilio. Comes up with a steal and an assist. Lay in for Matthews. Arias with a three-point field goal. That's up and no good. Chodzinski with the rebound. Kicks it back to Sansbury. That three-point field goal is up and no good. Basilio with the rebound. He brings it back out and will reset. He gets it to Kason Matthews. Looked to go to the basket, decided not to. Hands it off to Ian Basilio. To Elijah Batts. To Jameer Gordon. Gets all the way into the paint and loses it. And Jameer Gordon may be hurt on the play.
Anthony Arias is third.
Fouls on Anthony Arias, that's his third.
Township, Julian Robinson
Team second.
replaces Anthony Arias.
Inbounding is Suggs. He throws it all the way into the backcourt and gets it to Jameer Gordon. 36-27. Williamstown looking to cut into a 9-point lead. Gordon to the rim. Layup is up and no good. Elijah Batts comes down with it. And there's a jump ball called before the putback. So Williamstown will get the possession due to the possession arrow. Gordon's tripped again, no call there. However, the lob goes back out to Batts. Williamstown is still able to keep possession. Matthews, and there's an offensive foul called on the screen.
There's offensive foul, Elijah Batts is first.
Coach D'Andrea not happy with the call. He thought his player was fouled on the inbounds play, and then his player did get called for an illegal screen at the top of the key. He's saying if you got to call one, you need to call the other. Doesn't win that argument, that discussion with the official, I should say. 36-27, Washington Township. Sansbury with the basketball. To Aquilino, to Robinson, to Sansbury. He traveled on the play. Possession goes back to Williamstown. Suggs has it, crosses the timeline, into the front court. He takes a screen from Batts. He looks to get all the way to the rim, does so, and lays it in with the right hand. Good screen by Elijah Batts. Suggs came off of it with momentum. He's able to get himself to the rim and lay it in for two. The 12-point lead is now 7 with 2:24 left here in the third. You're looking at the Williamstown Braves breaking their huddle. They're down 7 with 2:24 left. Minutemen will be in possession of the basketball, however. Full court, man-to-man defense being applied by Williamstown. Sansbury has it, looks to beat. Basilio can't do so. Switches players on, and Sansbury's layup is no good. Jameer Gordon comes back with the basketball. Steps back behind the three-point line, passes up top to Suggs. Suggs comes off a screen, gets all the way to the paint, kicks it to the wing, and there's no one there. Good help side defense by Washington Township, forced Suggs to make a decision. Chose to kick it back out. Offensive player for Williamstown moved on the play. Turnover. Braves. Washington Township, Sansbury crosses the timeline, gets the ball into the front court. He's going to try to get all the way to the rim. Can't do so because it's tipped away from him by Suggs. He regathers, however, he kicks it back out to Julian Robinson. He's going to try to get all the way to the rim, and he's fouled on the play. Action-packed. It's been that way from the get-go because this place is packed here in Williamstown.
To line for Township, Julian Robinson.
Two schools right down the street from each other. It's this way every time they play. Robinson for Washington Township will go to the line and shoot 2. The last foul was on Elijah Batts. That's his second. Team 5th in the bonus. Thus the reason for Robinson's 2 free throws. However, he misses the first. Makes the second. 1 of 2 for Robinson. Washington Township up 8. Sansbury tries to jump Ian Basilio, and as he does, there's a foul on the play. Basilio was being covered by Julian Robinson. Sansbury tried to go jump and double team Basilio. And then on the double team, Robinson picks up the foul. That's his second and the team 3rd here in the 3rd, which has 1:27 left in it. Suggs tries to get to the rim. His pass is blocked and it's out of bounds off of Washington Township. Suggs will inbound. They find Ian Basilio on the block. He kicks it out to Gordon. 3-point field goal is up and rattles. Jameer Gordon rattles in a 3, and the Washington Township lead was once 12 and is now 5. Sansbury has it. Approaching a minute left here in the 3rd. Gets it to DeNoble. Up top to Aquilino. And a foul's called. Fouls on Jameer Gordon. That's his second. Team is in the bonus.
At the line for Township, Dominic Aquilino.
Dominic Aquilino will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Kamar Goodall comes into the game. So does Edwin Ferguson. They will replace Ian Basilio.
Ian Basilio, Kason Matthews.
Elijah Batts comes out. Kason Matthews comes out. Braden Covington steps onto the floor. Minute left here in the 3rd. Free throw is up and good. Lead is now 7. Be nice if Braden Covington can get himself going here for Williamstown a little bit. Suggs comes off a Covington screen, kicks to Goodall. Goodall cross court to Gordon. Gordon's going to try to get to the paint, does so, up and is fouled on the drive. Gordon got himself all the way to the rim and was fouled.
That's a foul. Dominic Aquilino is 3rd.
Foul was on Aquilino. That's his 3rd, team 4th.
Gordon, shooting 2.
Jameer Gordon's going to get a couple from the line. Free throw is no good.
Township, Andrew Beccarelli. He replaces Dominic Aquilino.
Good look at Jameer Gordon. Second free throw is no good either. Lead remains 7 for the Minutemen. There's a foul on a play. I believe this one's going to be called on Edwin Ferguson.
First foul, Eddie Ferguson is first.
Again, the team is in the bonus.
Team is in the bonus.
So it'll be 2 free throws.
At the line, Jasir Sansbury, shooting 2.
Sainsbury's going to get a couple from the free throw line. First one is up and no good. Actually gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. Covington helping out the officials so we can resume play. Sainsbury's going to get one more. And makes that one, giving Washington Township an 8-point lead with 33 ticks left here in the third. Gordon has it, looking to take Robinson, does so. He's fouled on the drive. I'm sorry, he's not fouled. It's a block shot out of bounds. No, he was fouled. The opposing official, the opposite official from the other side did call the foul, which I thought it was. The baseline official did not. Good call by the official. Fouls on Chudzinski, that's his second. Team's in the bonus. However, Gordon was in the act to shoot him, so he was getting two anyway. This one's up and down it goes. Gordon looking to go 2 for 2 and does so. 25 seconds left, 1-2-1-1 full court pressure by Williamstown. Washington Township's able to get it across the half court line and the timeline. 16 seconds left, Sansbury to Vicarelli, back to Sansbury. Vicarelli's gonna come set a screen for him. Goodall's gonna pick up Sansbury. Suggs has it over to Jadzinski, that 3-point field goal is no good. And there's a foul on the play because the offensive rebound went to Sansbury on the weak side baseline. And Goodall's going to commit the foul with no time left here in the third. But because Williamstown's in the bonus, Sansbury's going to stand there and get 2 free throws. Officials conferring with each other. The officials calling both coaches over. Coach Powers from Washington Township, what we commented in the first half, what a great job. And this is exactly what you expect from his kids. Coach Adam D'Andrea talked about it in our coaches' conversation, which is what started the evening. They just play so hard. They're fundamentally sound, and they give Coach Powers everything they have.
The line for Township,
Sansbury is going to get 2.
A fraction of a second on the clock.
There is a fraction of a second on the clock, even though it's showing zeros. However, they didn't put time back on the clock, so I don't know how many tenths there is left. Sansbury makes the first. And this is the second. And that'll end the quarter. So Sansbury goes 1 for 2. He gives Washington Township a 7-point lead. 41-34. We're going to the final frame. Westcott with BFA Sports coming to you live. 41-34 Minutemen. We're going to the fourth quarter here. Minutemen with possession of the basketball into the hands of Sansbury. Now Chadzitsky. Sansbury comes off of Vicarelli. Screen. Vicarelli's pass is turned over. Jameer Gordon intercepts. And Jameer Gordon goes the length of the floor for 2. Cutting the lead to 5. Here comes Williamstown, folks. They don't go away. They're in every contest. Jameer Gordon now strips Sansbury. Kicks it to the three-point line. Jameer Gordon goes down the baseline. Rebound and put back by Dimitri Walker. The lead is now 3. This is what head coach Adam D'Andrea meant. He says we're in every game. We just got to value a couple possessions and we got to come up with something positive at the right time. Vicarelli lays it in for 2. Good movement by the Washington Township Minutemen. 43-38. 7 left in the fourth. Suggs being covered by DeNoble. Now to Gordon. He's being covered by Aquilino. Kicks to the corner. Suggs head and ball fake. Little 12-footer, no good. Guess who got the rebound? It was Ian Basilio. To Gordon. Skip past the Suggs. He's going to dribble drive. Gets into the paint. Draws contact. No foul. Dimitri Walker. His shot is blocked by Chadzitsky. Back come the Minutemen. In transition is Sansbury. And there's an offensive foul called on the play. And once again, with the grit and the toughness, Ian Basilio making a play. Here's your game-changer rebound replay. There's the block. Sansbury's in transition. Basilio steps, gets set, takes the charge, and gets Williamstown a possession. Just a gutsy play from a young man who's tough, hard-nosed kid and gives Williamstown and Coach D'Andrea everything he has. 5-point lead. Williamstown looking to cut into that. Suggs from the top of the key is good. It's now 2-point lead. 43-41. I'm sorry, they called it a 2. He must have been on the line. Suggs is stealing it from Sansbury. He stays it in. It's 43-42. Here are the Braves. Coach Powers calls a timeout. Williamstown is back with 6:02 left in the fourth. Minutemen, call time. Williamstown High School, the music is loud. The gymnasium is loud because it's packed in here. The rival from just down the street, the Minutemen of Washington Township, have been in control of this game since the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Williamstown comes out and plays great defense, gets themselves in transition, have themselves back, and it's only a 1-point game when it was 7 at the beginning of the fourth, which has 5:53 left. Williamstown is everywhere defensively right now. It's just a different team right now than it's been all night long. And they got themselves back in it. 5:52 left. Aquilino went inbound for Washington Township. Gordon covering Aquilino. He looks to get it in. He finds Vicarelli. His layup is no good. Williamstown with the rebound. Suggs in transition. He's going to try to get to the rim. It's off of the hip of the Minutemen defender, Chadzitsky, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Williamstown basketball. Williamstown to inbound. Suggs does so. He gets it into the hands of Gordon. He raises with a three. That's no good. Walker tried to get the rebound, but it was over his head and into the hands of DeNoble. Into the hands of Sansbury now. He crosses the timeline into the front court. Vicarelli to a cutting Aquilino. Layup is up and no good. Washington Township with the rebound. They lose it out of bounds. Williamstown in possession of the basketball. What a fun one in here tonight.
He replaces Dominic Aquilino.
43-42, 5:17 left in the contest. Basilio has it on the baseline, looking to back in. Now he dribbles it back out to the perimeter. Gives it to Suggs up top. Suggs comes off the screen, looking to get to the rim. Dribble drive, kicks it to Gordon. Gordon backs out. Gordon with the drive, that's no good. Walker with the rebound and the putback. That is good. And there's a Williamstown Braves lead at 44-43. Under 5 left. Second rebound and putback for Dimitri Walker in this quarter, giving the Braves some really good minutes right here in the fourth. Sansbury has it. Being covered by Suggs. To DeNoble. He tries to go baseline, can't do so. Matthews covers. DeNoble now tries to spin to the baseline. His shot attempt is blocked by Matthews out of bounds. Good defense by Kayson Matthews. Vicarelli to DeNoble. To the corner to Sansbury. He drives baseline, pulls up from 15 feet, hits the side of the backboard. Basilio's in transition. He has Gordon. Nope, there's contact and a foul on the play. Ian Basilio did a nice job giving it up to Gordon, who had a chance to get all the way to the rim. It took a foul for him not to do so. Fouls on DeNoble, that's only his first. That's the team's second here in the fourth quarter. Williamstown up 1 with Gordon at the line for 2. First one hits the heel, the rim and comes off.
He replaces Sansbury.
Sansbury steps off for a minute. Arias returns to the game for Washington Township. The second rebound is no good either. 0 for 2 is Gordon. Rebound comes down to the Minutemen. However, it's tipped away and there's a skirmish for the basketball. Williamstown came up with it. Head coach Adam D'Andrea does a great job getting a timeout before the tie-up, which would have went to the arrow, or a turnover by Williamstown. Great hustle by the kids on the floor and a good heads-up call by head coach Adam D'Andrea. Let's stay here because I want to give you some of the sponsors that are helping us bring these contests to you, because tonight is a fun one. It's a special one in here. And we got to thank Burlington Beef. We got to thank your insurance consultants, ICS Consulting Services. Scarpelli's Restaurant. If you haven't been there yet after the remodel that they've done, you got to get to Scarpelli's Restaurant. It is an awesome place. JPC Construction. We have your engineering consultants from Bryson and Yates Consulting. Ronnie's Produce and McAdoo Fresh. The place is bumping, it's packed, and it's fun in here. 44-43, Williamstown, who hasn't led since about the 3-minute mark in the first quarter, has one now. Washington Township dance team and cheerleaders doing a wonderful job. They do so at halftime with their halftime performance, and they got that student section of Williamstown opposite end of me, rocking right now. Williamstown possession, Basilio to inbound, he gets it into the hand of Suggs. Washington Township's been playing man-to-man all night and still are. Suggs along the baseline, layup up and good. Williamstown's up 3, 46-43, approaching the halfway point of the fourth. Arias has the basketball. Gets it into the hands of Chudzinski. Chudzinski looks to get to the rim, does so, lays it in, and a foul. Good dribble drive right there by Chudzinski. Gets himself all the way to the rim. He draws the contact from Walker. Finishes through the contact and lays it in. Gonna try to finish a traditional three-point play.
Line, Township, Jackson, Chudzinski shoots one.
Jackson Chudzinski at the line for one. Attempting to tie this game up at 46. And does so. .352 left. And we're dead even at 46s. Gordon has the basketball. Dribble handoff to Kason Matthews. Up top to Walker. Around the perimeter to Suggs. He looks to get to the foul line. Kicks back out. Gordon looking to see if he can raise for a three. Can't right now. Looking to take his defender to Suggs around the perimeter to Basilio. Basilio draws a foul on the 10-footer. Basilio, because of the shift of the defense due to the good ball movement of Williamstown, was able to get by the defender, pulled straight up with a jump shot from 10 feet. Defender runs into him, and Basilio goes shoot two.
Third, line brings Ian Basilio shooting two.
First one is up, and down it goes. Elijah Batts will come into the game. He's going to give Dimitri Walker a breather, who played some really good fourth quarter minutes here in the first 4.5 of the fourth. Great job by Dimitri Walker. Second one is up and good. Basilio's 2 for 2, and he puts Williamstown up a deuce. Gordon's covering Aquilino, who has the basketball for Township. His pass to the block is no good. It goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover on the Minutemen. Possession to Williamstown, 3:14 left. Basilio to Kason Matthews, up top to Suggs. Williamstown not in any particular of a hurry. They're up 2 with the basketball, under 3 minutes left, 2:49 to be exact. Gordon to Matthews, back to Gordon. He's going to come off a Suggs screen, and he's in control of the basketball. Dribbles to the elbow, spins to the paint, kicks back out to Suggs. These two guards are really tough when you get into this type of situation, where you have to cover them and you have to play their dribble drive. When they get your dribble drive and they retreat back out, they can run a lot of clock this way. Matthews with the basketball. He gets it back up top to Suggs. An example, they've drawn a minute off the clock right here already. Gordon tries to get to the rim. He's fouled along the way. I believe that's only going to be the 4th team foul for Washington Township, so Williamstown will inbound here on the baseline right in front of us. Sansbury's third, and it is the team 4th. Suggs will inbound right in front of us here for Williamstown. 2:17 left in the 4th. Williamstown up 2. They get the ball inbounds to Gordon, who kicks it out top to Matthews, back to Gordon. He's being covered by Arias. Washington Township's been man-to-man all night and still are. Basilio. He comes off a Suggs screen. He gets it to Batts. Batts to Gordon. He's being covered by Arias. He looks to take him, and he loses possession of the basketball, and it goes out of bounds to Washington Township. He was trying to lose the 5-second count, and he did. However, when he crossed back over, because Arias fell off of the defense, fell off of the pressure that he was applying, Gordon couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. Washington Township looking to get even or go in front by a point with a 3. Sansbury to the baseline. Layup is up and no good, but he'll go to the line. There's a foul in the play. They may get Batts, and I think they do.
Next foul, Elijah Batts.
Elijah Batts is his 3rd.
Team's 2nd.
Team's 2nd.
At Lime Township, Jasir
Sansbury will shoot 2 for the Minutemen.
Shooting 2.
You're going to see Walker come back in here in a second for Williamstown. Sainsbury's first is up and good. It's now a 1-point game. Walker does come in the game, and he comes in for Elijah Batts. Sainsbury's second free throw is up and good, and we are tied at 48 with 1:43 left. A barn burner here at Williamstown tonight. We're glad you're with us. We are certainly glad to be here for this one. Suggs in control of the basketball. He's being covered by DeNoble. Trying to get all the way to the rim, does so, kicks it across to the corner. At back up top, Kason Matthews, elbow jump shot, good. Williamstown up 2, 1:18 left. Kason Matthews with a 15-foot elbow jump shot. Sainsbury has it. He's being covered by Suggs. They kick it to Arias on the wing. Three-point field goal is no good. Suggs will get the rebound. It's tipped away by DeNoble into the hands of Arias to Chudzinski, and it's good. And we're tied again. Washington Township staying with that offensive rebound. It was obtained by Williamstown, however, tipped away by DeNoble to Arias. Arias finds Chudzinski at the block. And we're tied at 50 with under a minute left. You're looking at Adam D'Andrea giving his kid some instructions here as to how he wants to play the final minute of this one. More importantly, what he wants on this next trip for Williamstown, who will be in possession of the basketball with the play here in the fourth. We got 55.7 left. Williamstown had a lead early in the first quarter here tonight with about 5 minutes left in the first. Washington Township took over the first quarter, had a 3-point lead at the end of that. They had a 7-point lead at halftime and a 7-point lead to begin the fourth. Back came Williamstown with 6 straight, and then they took the lead. Midway through the fourth, and it's been back and forth action ever since, with several ties along the way. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. Williamstown in possession, 55 seconds left. Suggs with the basketball. Being covered by DeNoble. He gets into the hands of Gordon, back to Suggs. Arias is covering Gordon. Kason Matthews has it. He's being covered by Sainsbury. Skip pass to Suggs. Suggs looks inside, decides not to go there. Kason Matthews back to Suggs. Williamstown looks like they're ready and content to play for the final one. They want to play for the final shot here. 23 seconds left. Suggs with the basketball, being covered by DeNoble. Look for a dribble drive and then a kick or a dribble drive all the way to the rim if you can get it. Suggs with the basketball. Here he is to Matthews, back to Suggs. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, all the way to the paint. Kick to Basilio. 3-point field goes up and no good. Walker shot attempts his block, and there's a foul on the play. Dimitri Walker has another rebound. Dimitri Walker battles on the offensive glass, and I think he's going to go to the line just before the final buzzer. There's no time left on the clock. He's going to have 2 free throws. If he makes one, this one should be over. First one is up and no good. He's going to get another. Washington Township student section, just to his right. Second one is up and no good as well. We're going to go to overtime. It's 50-50. Let's keep playing. If you thought we were done, we're not. Williamstown plays a really good fourth quarter after being down 7 coming into it. And gets this thing into overtime. one of those, here's game changer replay. Dimitri Walker gets the first offensive rebound, and then there he is fouled with no time left. You feel bad for the young man by not making the 2 free throws, but I got news for you. What a job he did in the first half of this fourth quarter, and he was a big part as to why Williamstown came back. Williamstown looking to pick their head up, try to stay positive going into overtime as they should be. Washington Township has done a great job in here tonight. They have been in control of this one throughout until it got midway through the fourth. Williamstown players coming together after getting some instruction from Coach Adam D'Andrea. They're on the floor, huddled up, looking to pull this one out. There will be a jump ball. Everything continues and resumes as part of the fourth quarter. Each head coach and team gets another timeout for the overtime period. It's a 4-minute period, and we're tied at 50. Chudzinski will take the tap for the Minutemen. Dimitri Walker, who, as we just stated, had a really good fourth quarter, will jump center for the Braves. Sansbury obtains the tap, so Washington Township's in control. Williamstown will get the possession arrow. Aquilino tries to find DeNoble in the paint, and he travels with the basketball because of the good defense by Williamstown. DeNoble was able to catch the pass. However, he had 3 Williamstown defenders around him, couldn't get the ball on the floor, and traveled with it. Williamstown in possession. Suggs, to be specific. To Cason Matthews, to Basilio. Basilio being hounded by Aquilino. Now into the hands of Gordon, who's being covered by Arias. Behind the back dribble, step back behind the 3-point line, down it goes. Jameer Gordon said, let me take care of this. I'm gonna get my defender off me, I'm gonna step back behind the 3, and I'm gonna knock it down. Williamstown up 3. Arias with the basketball being covered by Basilio. Chudzinski gets to the foul line area, and there's an offensive foul called on the play. A push-off with the offhand is called by the official. Offensive foul, Chudzinski, that's his 4th. And the team is in the bonus. You don't shoot free throws on an offensive foul, however. Put on a player control forearm, I thought maybe you would. No, put it in play, Williamstown possession. Williamstown up 3, 3:09 left in overtime. Suggs has it to Cason Matthews. Matthews to Gordon. Just made a big 3 from the top of the key to give Williamstown a 3-point lead. To the paint, kick to Matthews. He says, let's take control of this and let's reset. Gets it into the hands of Suggs. Suggs dribbles it off of his foot out of bounds. Gordon did that same thing in the 4th, and now Suggs does it here in overtime. Sansbury for the Minutemen, being covered by Suggs. Crosses the timeline into the front court, dribbles to the paint, and there's a jump ball on the play. As stated, the possession arrow goes to Williamstown. 2:35 left. The Braves up 3. Suggs has it, dribbles and kicks back behind the 3-point line to the corner to Basilio. He dribbles into the paint. He'll dribble it back out and get it into the hands of Matthews. Matthews to Suggs. He's being covered by DeNoble. Suggs dribbles into the paint, up and good with the right hand. Clint Suggs wasn't to be denied. He lays it in for 2, and the Williamstown Braves are up 5. There's a Minuteman hurt on the play. I believe it might be DeNoble. And it is DeNoble. Referees are giving him a minute here to recoup if he can. And DeNoble's going to have to leave the floor. Checking in for him will be Julian Robinson.
Replace Dominic DeNoble.
No sub. None of the coaches came onto the floor. DeNoble says he wants to stay. Robinson will return to the bench. Washington Township to inbound. Sainsbury has it. Williamstown up 5 with 2 left in overtime. Comes off an Aquilino screen. Gives it to Aquilino at the top of the key to Chudzinski on the far wing. Dribbles to the foul line. That ball is stripped and by Jameer Gordon. He's going to go all the way to the rim. There's no foul on the play. And the ball is blocked and out of bounds off of Washington Township's Aquilino. Gordon tried to get all the way to the rim and the shot was blocked. Suggs to inbound for Williamstown. They get it into Kason Matthews. There's no out of bounds call. Washington Township 1-1. They said he gathered it on the sideline. Suggs is going to get to the rim and lay it in with the right hand. Coach Powers of Washington Township is furious down at the other end. Aquilino for 3. Down it goes on a fadeaway. And we have a timeout by Washington Township. We have 1:24 left. 57-53. We're in overtime, and Williamstown's up 4. Atmosphere in here tonight at Williamstown High School. We're in overtime, which has 1:24 left in it. Williamstown at the start of the 4th quarter in the final frame was down 7. They had a lead, had a chance to win it with no time left in the 4th, and now find themselves up 4 with 1:20 left. Gordon has the basketball. To Suggs. Suggs dribbles to the foul line, gets it back to Kason Matthews, who gives it back to Suggs. Williamstown looking to run as much clock as they can. Suggs to the basket, lays it in for 2. Williamstown's now up 6 with 1 minute left. Chudzinski dribbles down the paint, draws some contact, and he'll go to the line. Clinton Suggs has took over overtime with 3 lay-in baskets.
Team third. At the line for Township, Jackson Chudzinski.
There was also a Jameer Gordon 3, I believe, on the play to start overtime. Chudzinski's going to try to cut into a 6-point Williamstown lead. Does not do so with the first. And you can see the student section and the cheerleaders and dance team of Williamstown in the far end going crazy. And there they are. And they are going crazy in here tonight. This atmosphere has been incredible. When you have a basketball team that leaves it all on the floor and fights as hard as this team does for each other and for Coach D'Andrea, that's what you get as a student section like that. Dimitri Walker catches the ball on the block, and he's fouled.
Township fouls on Jackson Chudzinski. That's his 5th.
Township foul was on Jackson Chudzinski. That's his 5th. And I think we might have a technical foul on DeNoble. And Dominic DeNoble has just kind of lost his cool right here with that final foul call.
Shooting 10 to the free throws for the Braves, Clint Suggs.
Suggs will shoot. Make the first. And the second. They're going to get 2 from the free throw line due to the technical now, and then Williamstown will get possession. This one in and out for Suggs. 61-53 with 43 seconds left. Suggs gets 4 free throws. He made 3 of them, and the lead for Williamstown is now 9, and a timeout is called.
Braves call timeout. It's a full timeout.
It's a full timeout. Let's take it with them so I can catch my breath. We're back. Both teams are coming back onto the floor for the final 43 seconds. Williamstown took over the fourth quarter and has taken over overtime to go up 9. And they have the basketball. They get it inbound to Suggs. He's fouled, I believe, by Aquilino. Not Aquilino, I believe it's on Julian Robinson. It's his third. Suggs will go to the line and get 2 more. First one, it's the front of the rim and comes off. 38.8 seconds left.
Walker.
Elijah Batts comes back in. Dimitri Walker will take a seat. Makes the second. Williamstown lead is 10. You don't want to foul if you're Williamstown. Pass to Aquilino is tipped away and out of bounds off of Jameer Gordon. Robinson has it up top to Vicarelli. To Aquilino. Keeps his pivot foot, finds Robinson, back to Aquilino, 3-point field goal from the top of the key is up and no good. Elijah Batts comes down with it, just checked into the game for that rebounding purpose and came up with one. Basilio has it, 13 ticks left, and they're gonna run out the clock. The Williamstown Braves found a way to come back and win this basketball game. Here's the final buzzer. What a game, what an atmosphere. It doesn't get any better than that. Adam Dandry and his kids such a wonderful job, and Williamstown players go over and get at the bottom of the student section and look at the crowd. Look at how much fun this is. When you have a team that plays as hard as Williamstown does, they're in every game. They found a way to get on top and get a W tonight, and that's how much fun you have when that happens. Great job by the Williamstown Braves basketball team. Great job by the staff and head coach Adam Dandria. Your final score in here tonight in the Tri-County Conference, the home Williamstown Braves 63, the Minutemen of Washington Township 53. I'm Steve Westcott with BFA Sports. We'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And we can't wait to see you the next time you play ball.